Hello, so I've got a different video for you today. I'm going to be taking a look at the brand new Apple TV, the 1080p model. Here for you, let's get that in focus. So you can see on the box here it's fairly identical to the previous version. So you've got just the Apple TV picture there, brief outline of features on the device there. So that's pretty much standard with Apple boxes. Apple logo on the side, and then on the back again a description of what you can do with the machine. And then on this side as well, basically they've just added the 1080p sign to it. So that is the box. I've already taken the plastic off it, so I'm going to go and start opening it up. So let's take a look, see how this will go. It's fairly similar. I'm pretty sure it's exactly the same as the previous version. Alright, so we've got the actual unit on the top here. Exactly the same as the old box. I can remember it because I didn't get my previous one that long ago. So that's the box. Here I've got the Apple remote. And then underneath this holder here, you can see we have got a nicely coiled power lead and well, the instructions on how to use the device. So you've got that there. Okay, so we've got the power lead. Just take the tape off this. As with many Apple products, it's quite simple to get this up and running, thankfully. So we'll take that off. Yeah. Okay, let's tape off. And you know what, I'm just going to put that back in the box for the time being. I don't really need the setup guide because I'm pretty sure how to set up an Apple TV. Right, okay, so we've got that there. I'll just close up the box if I can put it on the right way. Okay, good. Right, so we've got that there. We've got the Apple TV itself, trying to get in the middle, and I am just going to go and wire the device up itself. So we've got the plugs. Now the connections are exactly the same as the old model, so not really much different. Right, so we've got our power lead there now. We've got our nice power and HDMI leads here. So I look forward to using this on my 1080p capable, well, it's a monitor but also part television, so it does work with the Apple TV just fine. The 720p model worked fine on this TV, although it was slightly pixelated just because of the small screen size, although I did test this on a 40-inch TV, well the previous version, and it worked perfectly fine. It looked fine. Right, so let's just take off on the outside. Right, so we have taken off all of the plastic stuff. Comes with the Apple TV. So now we can crack on and do the main part of the setup process. So again, probably the easiest setup you will actually ever see with many products. Just plug the HDMI, if I can get good focus on that so you can see. So I'm having to do manual focus here. So you could just literally have to plug the HDMI in, plug the power lead in, and you're off. And also you can plug in an Ethernet lead and all of that there. Actually unplug it and just show you the ports on the back of the unit. Exactly the same as the previous unit. So we've got our ports here. You've got your power lead, HDMI, micro USB, optical audio, and Ethernet. Now, micro USB, you may wonder what is that actually used for, because of course Apple don't actually sell them. Well, you need one of these cables. Don't get this confused with USB, just small USB, not the normal connectors. So this is micro USB. It is nothing at all like the other connectors that you might see on cameras, most commonly used on phones. So you will want to make sure you want to buy one of these cables if you actually intend to jailbreak the machine when a jailbreak is released for this model, or if you're having issues with it, firmware restore. But as I've seen, I bought this on Amazon. Apple don't actually sell these cables, so you will need to buy one of these yourself. I think that's just to stop people making it easy as the last model to just stick a USB dongle in and jailbreak it, whereas this time you actually need to connect it to the computer and do it that way. So essentially you will need that lead if you intend on jailbreaking the device in the future. And this lead was only about £2 on Amazon, so it wasn't such a bad purchase. So now I will get on and connect up the unit. So yeah, as we said, I'll just connect that up. I'm not going to bother showing you how the USB in that works because it's pretty straightforward, although I'm just going to do the basic HDMI and power leads because I have Wi-Fi here. I would add Ethernet if I had the extra space on my... sorry, turn the light off there. If I had the extra space on my router, but I don't, so I'm just going to run it off Wi-Fi. Jump cut. So I'm back now. I just had some trouble there because I accidentally unplugged the HDMI lead from my TV, so I kind of had an issue there when I was going to connect it up, but it's all up. And we'll start off with the setup process. I've just turned my light off now so you can see the screen better. You can see the TV is down, the Apple TV even is down just in the right hand side of the screen. So I'm going to go and configure it. Okay, so the device is now set up. It's all ready and working. I have got it configured properly. I can see that the display is actually a lot better. Well, the quality is a lot better coming through, simply because I can actually tell the difference between 720p and 1080p. It looks quite nice on the screen actually. Still slightly pixelated because it's a lower screen size than normally what you intend to use it for. Although it's quite nice when I'm like AirPlaying my iPad to the TV, so it's good. I need to like set it up with my iTunes account and all of that, but basically it's an overall nice product. It's exactly the same. I'm not going to go into very in depth with it because there are probably other people on YouTube who've done that already, and as well as that it's very similar to the old model, essentially the only difference being that it supports HDMI 1080p, so essentially it's pretty much the same. It's good. I would recommend it as sort of a set-top box kind of thing, although I would look out in the future, if the rumours are true that Apple are going to make their own actual TV. I'd say just stick with a set-top box for the time being, because no doubt Apple's TV will be, if they did make one, would be ludicrously overpriced compared to other TVs in the market, unless it had some groundbreaking feature, which they claim to on every single product nowadays. So I would recommend you purchase one of these if you are on the line of actually buying one. Certainly because also they have just brought out the new model, so it's not like it's going to be outdated very soon, and you've got full 1080p support. If you are upgrading from an Apple TV 720p model, it's really up to you whether you want to upgrade or not. If it's going to be a noticeable difference for you, or you really want to have 1080p films and all of that, I mean, I have heard people say it is comparable to near around Blu-ray quality. So if the 1080p does do it for you, then go ahead and upgrade. But remember that your device will cost you another £99 or $99 as well, I believe. And as well as that, you might want to check, because if you've only just recently purchased an Apple TV, within 30 days I believe it is, then you could return that and just buy a new one or replace it with a new one. I got mine a while ago, so I just went and bought a new Apple TV. Anyway, it's a good, overall good product, as expected with Apple's products. I haven't really had any issues with Apple's products in a long time, so expect a good reliability from it, good product finish, good build quality as normal, and of course just general good reliability, as I said, with all Apple's products. So I hope you find this sort of helpful. So this has been sort of, well, I tried to stay away from just unboxings, which is why I waffle on some occasions, although it's a nice product, and if you are looking for a decent set-top box, like an alternate to a Roku or something like that, then the Apple TV is your choice. And the thing is, it integrates with a lot of your services, like you've got PhotoStream here, you've got iTunes Match, and any stuff you've got on the network as well, you can just directly stream to it. And you've got your Netflix, you've got your YouTube, you've got your Vimeo, you've got everything here, even like things like internet radio and Flickr is on here. And then, as I said previously, you can, well, in the future, hopefully jailbreak your device and then have like XMBC, all of that stuff on there as well, so that would be good, and I will be certainly jailbreaking my device as soon as there is a jailbreak for it, just because I try to stay away with it on Apple's phones and that, well, phones, iOS devices, but on the Apple TV I kind of see its point, because you can indeed run applications that are designed for the iPad on there. Well, I've seen it happen myself before, so I'm assuming it is possible for that to be done. But just one final thing I will demonstrate before we go. I will show you this AirPlay mirroring. So this is what it's like in 1080p, pretty much exactly the same. You're not really going to notice a huge amount of difference between 720p and 1080p with AirPlay mirroring anyway. So pretty much the same there, and as well as that, I didn't realise I had to lock it there. So I'll finish off the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Please comment, rate and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.